Today I'm up here at what is called the Argentine Central Railroad Grade. It's one of the, I don't know, 5 or 6 trails that I know of up here in the Silver Plume, Colorado area. Basically, I'm just up here on a scouting mission. First of all, we're not allowed to leave the trail because there's private property on the side of the trail. So all I'm doing is kind of scouting in this elevation, which is about 93 to 10,000 feet. We're about a half mile up the trail. It's there's a couple miles to go, but I haven't seen a single mushroom yet, and we're getting higher and higher in the elevation. So our hopes of finding mushrooms that we're looking for is getting slimmer the further we get. But this is actually an old railroad grade, and there's some artifacts along the way that are pretty cool, like old pipes and stuff from the 1800s we've seen so far, some old timbers and things like that. Yeah, this is a pretty good hike so far. The columbines are out, so I'll try to get some pictures of those. This columbine is the Colorado state flower. And anyway, hope you guys enjoy the hike. Basically what I'm doing is I'm looking down, kind of walking slowly, stopping a lot, just looking for any signs of porcini mushrooms specifically, or morel mushrooms. A little late for those, but we've had more rain this year than any other year. According to the Denver 7 News, this is a record year in all of Colorado history for rainfall, and we're only halfway through the season, so it's definitely a record year. What's that? It's just a piece of quartz. Now I know there's mining history here in Silver Plume, Colorado. I just don't know the details of it, so I won't get into it. But it is about 8 a.m. I've already had my coffee this morning, so figured I would take Timber out for his walk. And although it's Saturday, usually on Saturdays I don't like to go hiking because that's usually when more people are out. But there was nobody else parked at the trailhead, so we decided to park and hike up. Doesn't mean there won't be people coming in behind us, but we are a little early. And yeah, here's a good view, sort of. Once these trees clear out, I'll try to get a shot of the awesome view here. Down through that valley is that's I-70, and this trail, the trailhead is basically right off of I-70, so it's very easy to get to if you're traveling through Colorado. Right here I found a little aspen grove right off the side of the trail. This is usually an ideal spot to look for black morel mushrooms. So I'm just going to kind of kick around here and see if I could see anything popping up. Not really expecting to, but I do like to look. Maybe I'll find a dried out one or some sign of morel mushrooms. Look for the mushy. I have to train him how to find them. He's pretty good at other things. Like, he knows commands. Like, if I just put my finger up like this, timber, timber. He knows to sit when I put my finger up like that. And he knows stay. He knows, all the basics. If I say sit, he'll sit. He stays by me pretty much. He does like to run ahead a little bit, which I really don't like, but having him off leash, he does, for being off leash, he does stay by me quite a bit. So he stays next to me more than he runs ahead, I should say that. But he's a dog, And here's a columbine right here. This is the Colorado state flower, and they're pretty awesome. There's a couple more we just passed right there. And yeah, today's date is July 8th, 2023, I guess. And I've seen them for the past couple weeks, actually. So they're in season right now. You'll see them on some Colorado license plates and on lamp posts, you'll see Columbine banners and stuff here in the state of Colorado. I've never seen them before I moved to this state, so I'm sure somebody will appreciate me taking the time to film them. That is the Georgetown train. It's a steam train, and I've never actually been on it, but there is a railroad track that goes all along. I don't know exactly where it is from here, but it's obviously in that direction because that's where I can hear it. Can't see anything from right here. If I see it, I will get it on camera for you guys, but it's a tourist thing. You can go and pay at Georgetown, Colorado to get on the train and take a scenic tour around the mountains here. You'll see billboards and stuff for it if you're driving through this area. This is a pretty awesome trail so far. No mushrooms yet though, but that's okay. Even if we saw the mushrooms, we couldn't go off trail to get them anyway, so it's all good. Wow, look at these columbines. These are huge. There's more down there, all throughout here. They're really cool looking flowers. They're kind of like, they remind me of like an orchid or something like that. There's a couple more. They're nuts up here. How about it, buddy? All right, find the mushy. Get the mushy. So right here on the trail, you can see some engineering here. This is all stonework that was built up for the train back in the day. I believe it was mid-1800s. It's a steep drop going off of here, man. That wasn't uncommon for back then. They had to get up here, and that's what they had to do. So we're at about 9,500 feet right now. This trail goes up to about a little over 10,000 feet. And I'm not expecting to find too many mushrooms from here on up. Although I can't help but keep my eyes to the ground. It's just habit. Oh, awesome. If I can get that sun out of the camera, we can see an old... Oh, this is cool. Hold on, let me get a better shot. Look at this thing. It's obviously some kind of loading station from the trains, for the trains. Most likely a mine is up there, because it looks like there may be mine tailings right here on the ground. There's an old cable from it, but that's awesome. Yeah, this is definitely mine tailings. I'm not going to go up here for obvious reasons, but if you look at the ground, you can see this is all tailings, and there's a big pipe where I would think that they would load it up. It would come down the pipe and into the train. This is cool. I was not expecting to see this. Cool. We're getting attacked by little tiny birds here. I just turned the camera on because I thought it would be cool to imagine a train actually coming around this bend and then going up here. Oh, what is this? Is this a geocache? I know there is a that's actually a fire pit that somebody covered up with rocks. Speaking of geocache, there is a geocache up here. We'll try to find it. So this geocache is called Zeta Mine or something like that, and it actually brings you up to 2 mining structures, and it's only about 400 feet ahead, called the Zeta and Weta mine sites, and we're about to see it here. It says there's no need to go off trail or anything. Everything's to stay on the trail, and we would be able to find it. So I got to turn the camera off so I can navigate to it using my geocaching app. Oh, there it is. Yeah, so that's exactly what these things are. They are mining structures for the trains to get loaded. Pretty cool, huh, buddy? Look at all this gold ore. Tailings. That is cool. You can try climbing up there. Look at that. That's pretty cool. All right, so just wandering around looking for the geocache. It kind of brings me this way, and I can see these old mine tracks, mine cart tracks, and it brings you right here to this adit. Look at that. The geocache is within a few feet of me. I'm just kind of searching around for it. We're still technically on the trail. All right, so that little adit is right there. The cache description specifically says do not leave the trail, and it says the geocache is like 90 feet that way. So I'm guessing that there's gonna have to be like a side trail that goes up and back, I would guess. I guess we'll just continue on, and if it doesn't do a switch back, then we'll have to just skip this one. I think I can see a trail up there. It does go up. Tricky. All right, so we're several hundred feet past that geocache, and I did not see any switchbacks or anything. It actually, we're going down in elevation right now. It looks like there's a lot of logging and stuff going on over here. We're still on the trail as far as I can tell. It's a lot less obvious that we're on a trail, but it continues to go down. So I think we may have missed an alternate route back here. So while we're here, I guess we can enjoy the view. Over there you can see some snow in July on the mountain. That's I-70 down there. Pretty awesome. I can hear that train, I just can't see it. I can actually see the tracks for it though. The tracks are down here. This is actually the parking area for getting on the Georgetown train. You can't actually see it though. Oh, I can see the smoke from it. I think that is the smoke from the steam train. Yeah, it definitely is. That's cool. All right, let's head back, see if we could find that thing. So we found what looks to be a deer trail. It's absolutely a deer trail. And we're about 50 feet from where the geocache should be. Oh, cool. You can see the mine site right there. We're up alongside it now. Guys, this is why geocaching is so awesome. Because a lot of times when you go on hikes like this is a trail I never would have taken unless it was for geocaching, to get an even better view of something that we didn't think was even accessible. Oh, no way. Look at this. Cool. It's collapsed. This is pretty awesome. What is this? a little fire pit. Somebody built this, obviously. And some more mining structure. The geocache is obviously going to be in this area, but I don't even really care about the geocache at this point. Just kind of looking around. This is really neat. No, puppy. I don't want to have to pay for your doctor bill. Come on. Stay away from the edge. I guess I'm setting a bad example. I'm standing right on the edge. All right, I'm going to go ahead and search around for the geocache, and I need my phone to do that. So I'll be right back. Okay, we are in the exact, what I call the ground zero of where the geocache should be. That means my GPS said 0 feet. So you always have to give the GPS, plus or minus 10 or 20 feet. So we're gonna do kind of a perimeter search here and look for obvious hiding spots, which is usually like a rocky outcrop. Is this it? That's not it. Sometimes they're hanging in the trees. Oh, I think I see where it could be. Right back in there. Looks like a good spot. I mean, it looks like a good spot, but I think that rock has been there for a long time. Let me see if that rock will even move. No, that's not it. Where is it, buddy? Find the geocache. Find it. I did not look at the hint. I believe there is a hint on the geocache page, but I did not look at the hint, at least not yet. I'm just looking for obvious hiding spots right now. And maybe this little stump. That's not it. All right. I will keep looking. All right, and just as the geocache description says, do not leave the trail. As I was pointing to this stuff through the trees as I was walking up, I was distracted, and yep, Timber found it. Good boy. We found the geocache, puppy. Good boy. Found the geocache. All right, let's open it up and see what's in it. All right, so we got a logbook. Somebody was actually here yesterday. There's a Rocky Mountain Rescue thing in there, and I don't actually have a pen. So what I like to do is I'll take a stick and I'll just draw a happy face, or at least kind of put a little mark on it in case somebody asks. And then I'll just log the geocache. Usually there's a pencil in them, but not all the time. It's always good to bring a pen with you. But that's all you have to do to find a geocache. The main point of this hike was to scout for mushrooms. No, puppy, leave it. Leave it. So as I was walking towards this tree, the GPS kept counting down. So this would be 0 right around here. I think I already looked at this one, but I did not see the geocache. But this is where it is. Is it this pine cone? I've seen them like that already, where the pine cone is actually the geocache. They hollow it out and put a little container inside with a piece of paper to sign. Somebody found it yesterday, by the way, so I know it's here. It was found yesterday along with that other geocache that I just found earlier. All right. I'll check this other tree then. Oh, there it is. Right there. Cool. That is what is called a bison tube. I don't know why they call them bison tubes, but they are. So basically I got to unscrew it, sign the paper, which I don't have a pen. I'm just going to mark it with something. And yeah, we found it. Then I can log it online, and I think this is find number 2470 or something like that. It's over 2400, I know. All right, I'm gonna open this up and show you what it looks like. There it is. It's just a scroll of paper, and it should have some signatures on it. There's the signature. And I'll go ahead and put my mark on it and put it back where we found it. All right, we got it signed. Put it back. We're not too far from the top. It's like, I don't know, the map says 2.75 miles one way. Doesn't really feel like it. That's not uncommon on these kind of hikes where you're just focused on something. The time kind of just flies by. I've already been hiking for 2 hours, and so that kind of makes sense, I guess. So we're gonna go to the top, and probably there's a geocache up there too. And then once we find that, we'll set up there. It should be a view and stuff. So right over here is an overlook. And this is obviously some kind of tailing pile from a mine. Obviously. And there's a geocache like 70 feet back this way on this little switchback. This one's called Weedy Cache or something. Weedy is, there's the word weedy, W-E-E-D-Y, is in this geocache. It should be right back in here. I didn't check the hint or anything, and I'm kind of going blindly because I don't have my GPS running because I'm recording. And I'm gonna look around the best I can. Look for obvious spots. I see why they call it weedy, because there's weeds all over the place. I think I'm gonna go ahead and check my, actually, this looks like a obvious spot right here. If it's not in here, I'll check the GPS. I'll go ahead and check the GPS. All right, so I cheated and I checked the hint. Here's that tree that I thought where the geocache would be. The hint says end of the water line. And as you can see right here, there's an old water line. And inside, or at the end of it somewhere, we're gonna find the geocache. There it is. That's the geocache. I did read some of the previous logs. It said that they couldn't access the paper because it was rusted shut. But that is the geocache right there. Normally this piece would unscrew, and inside there is a logbook in there, a log sheet. Cool. All right, a little bit later, we're about another mile and a half into the hike. Up the mountain, we are currently at 9,900 feet. We have about 3/10 of a mile until the next geocache. And the next geocache it's supposedly on some kind of engineering feat from 1906 from the people who helped build the railroads here. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. We have a little bit to go, and the view just keeps getting better as we go up. Well, if there was a clearing, it would be better. All right. This hike is awesome, guys. I will leave information in the description on how to get here if you're interested in coming up here. Definitely worth it. All right, so we have about 100 feet to go till the geocache. The geocache name is the Great Wall, I think. Something like that. If you guys are interested in seeing the geocaches that I have found, all the way up to this one, you can actually go and see every single geocache that I've found in every state, every country, every location. It's all in my geocaching profile. I'll put a link down below. I think we should be pretty close to it. Let me keep walking a little bit more. I don't see any Great Wall. Maybe it's over the edge. I don't know. Let me check my GPS. Yep, this is it. This is definitely the Great Wall right here. Okay, now I see it. That's cool. I bet the geocache is like down in there because it's saying like 20 feet that way. Stay there, Timber. Stay. Stay. So they built this in 1906. And of course, here comes the little climber. This piece of wood's been here a long time. I would guess the geocache is very close by. It's going to be in the rocks, most likely. A lot of times they're hidden behind loose rocks. So I'm going to check out the hint for this geocache. If I can't find it right away. All right, so I searched down here for quite a while and I could not find it, although that was pretty awesome. And I think the difficulty rating 3 is because of the long hike and all the uphill. Because I looked through the previous logs, and people said you do not have to leave the trail, and people actually said it is another tree geocache. So it's in a tree somewhere, and the ground zero is like right in this area. So it could be anywhere around, and I'm thinking maybe this one over here. Not really sure. I'm just gonna kind of search around the trees and look. The GPS is off a little bit. I am using an iPhone. And people said that their iPhone geocaching app had them on the other side of the trail. But my ground zero is like right in the middle of the trail. So I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of walk around and maybe find it. Someone said in one of their logs that it can be spotted by looking at it. You have to be at the right angle to see it. So that's kind of a small hint, I guess. The hint for the geocache is eye level. So that narrows things down quite a bit. All right. If and when I find it, I will show you. All right, after just a little bit of searching around, there it is. It's a film canister, and I'm sure it's just a logbook inside. That's pretty cool how they have it attached to the tree. Timber's really enjoying this hike, and so am I, actually. This is really cool up here. Yeah, there's the logbook. I'll go ahead and sign it, get my mark on it, and we'll continue up to the top of the mountain. All right, guys, we are almost at the top. We are at 10,000 feet elevation. That is the town of Silver Plume, Colorado, with I-70 going through it. A better view of the snow-capped mountains from up here. And it's a straight shot down. I don't want Timber getting too close to the edge, so we'll keep walking. Up here, this next geocache, this last geocache, it's called Pavilion Point. And supposedly it's some ruins up here, like a chimney, a stone chimney. And there's a geocache hidden up here. And this place, according to the geocache page, was a popular hiking destination back in the late 19th century and early 20th century. In total, this hike was one way, 3 miles up. and another 3 back to the truck. In the winter, it could be a little bit rough, I bet. But today, there's just a slight breeze up here. I'm keeping a steady pace the whole way up. And I do see a gate right up here. I thought that was a coin at first. It's just a very round leaf. That would have been cool. All right. Oh, I think I see it. Yeah, this is it right here. This is called Pavilion Point. This thing's been here for a very long time. They said the geocache is in a very obvious place, so don't remove any rocks. Somebody built up some sticks around it. Still smells like fire in here. People have been burning, still using it. All right, so the chimney is over there, behind that tree right there. And I checked my GPS and it brought me over to this area. So I'm gonna guess this little stone wall right here. Yep, there it is. I can see the geocache right there. Where's the geocache? Get the geocache. Where is it? Find it. Get it. Here it is, right here. It's right here. Cool. Oh, look, there's something inside this one. I'll go ahead and open it up and see what's in there. Looks like there's a seashell and a bug and a pencil in there, so I can actually sign this one. So awesome, we found it. Pavilion Point. All right, I'll sign this and we'll get out of here. So yeah, thanks for joining us on this awesome little hike. You can hear the train in the background down in Georgetown, and we still have one more hike to go after this. We're gonna go to my secret porcini spot, and if I find anything, I'll let you know. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you liked it, let me know, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.